Hey everybody, it's Mr. Han, and today we're going to go from Bohr-Rutherford diagrams to Lewis dot diagrams. So on your sheet that you get today, you're going to draw a Bohr-Rutherford diagram. Let's say it was for oxygen. So for oxygen, we go into the nucleus, and what we would do is we would look up how many neutrons and protons oxygen has. So for oxygen, it's got 8 protons. And if I was to find the neutrons, it'd be 16 minus 8. It's got 8 neutrons. Okay, so that's what my nucleus looks like. And then because I have these 8 protons, that also tells me I got 8 electrons. So 2 go in the first shell, 6 go in the second shell. So if I go around, there's 4. And now I'll go back and double up some of them like this. Again, it doesn't really matter as long as you have 6 in that shell. Now to go to a Lewis dot diagram, what you do is you begin to ignore this inside stuff and we just focus on this outside shell. So if you flip your sheet over and you go to the diagram section, what you're going to do is you're going to replace all that inside stuff with just the symbol. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to draw on those valence electrons right here. So there should just be 6 colored dots there. And what you'll see is as you do this, a pattern begins to emerge on the periodic table. Everybody in column 1, they'll have 1 valence electron. Everybody in column 2, they'll have 2. And you jump over to 13, 3, 14, 4, and so on. The one exception being helium will only have 2. That'll fill up its shell, and the rest of these guys will have 8. That's Lewis dot diagrams in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Best of luck with the assignment for today and enjoy the movie.